Welcome back to another video, and in this video we will be discussing about how FTX has mishandled their finances, which caused them to file the bankruptcy report, and what is it published into the bankruptcy report by John Ray, the restructuring CEO for FTX, and he has explained that this is the worst bankruptcy report he has done in his career, which is a really important point made by him. So, which explains how badly the finances were mishandled by FTX, and he has also said in his report to launch and like advised to launch an investigation against their CEO Sam Bankman-Fried. So let me go into the nutshell, like into the past. So FTX has four silos. Silos are the four departments or four divisions which a company is divided its finances into. So one is West Silo, the other is Almeida Silo, third is Venture Silo, and fourth is .com Silo. So, what actually are the roles of these silos? So, the four silos, the first one, WRS silo, is the in which FTX US, the exchange, comes in, the Ledger X and their affiliates comes in, and so are the finances related to them. Then there is Almeida Silo, who is the parent company of FTX and all their holdings, Almeida Research Limited, and LLC. So all that finances related to Almeida comes into that. Then there's Venture Silo, in which FTX, the other like globally recognized exchange, comes in. Its finances comes in, its employee records and everything. And then the fourth is the .com silo, in which the FTX domain comes in and all that affiliates related to it comes. So these four silos were only handled by Mr. Bankman-Fried, the CEO, who we say the Big Sam, who has mishandled the finances and caused millions of dollars and billions of dollars loss. And so by there was a balance sheet which a company owes to release, and there is regulation to the company. So on 30th September, about 1.36 billion dollars were actually shown into the balance sheet of FTX. But John Ray, the restructuring CEO, has actually showed his no confidence into that report, because he believes that this is done by the financiers, the auditors under the San Bankman Fried, and he has to say that he does not think like this balance sheet is legitimate. So that's why he, in his report about the restructuring, he has said that he doesn't know and he doesn't trust the sources to this balance sheet. So what actually he has said into the like the bankruptcy report, like the chapter 11, which is really trending on the internet right now. He has said that the FTX has said them, like in the nutshell, we owe a lot of money to the people. We do not know how to return them, but we are thinking the ways to return them. So this says like they do not have the money in return of the exchange, like their tokens who are circulating into the market. So they have failed actually to have a reserve and to provide a proof of reserve, because they have mishandled the finances. So how were the finances mishandled? So Mr. Bankman Fried has kept no record of the board meetings, because actually they have been no board meetings. That has also been explained into the bankruptcy report. So there hasn't been any board meeting, and they do not have any, there is a board meeting and the CCs, and what happens into the board meeting is discussed later. But else, there all the negotiations and discussions were held into the private chats, and their records were not kept, which is such a childish act to be done by a company that big, like $6 billion, and running income. So this is a really adverse part of this, and I call it a dark part of the FTX. And so the employees, no governance were for the employees were hired through the online thing, they were given reimbursements through the online situations, and all that, and they were paid, and every discussion done through the private emojis, which is I call it a slow rug, because initially Sam Bankman Fried maybe had thought to do this That's why he have kept all the records unlisted, like not open to the internet. So the payments were made through the online thing, and no records have been kept for that. And you know that why is it important to do that, to keep a record to a company that is big so financially. Plus, $372 million were given as a debt, as a loan to the company Paper Limited, that is also a parent company owned by Sam Bankman-Fried. So this is getting the money from the people and spending into your company and running that. This is really a poor scheme by Sam Bankman-Fried, and it has caused him to be now called he has been fallen, and from the rise he got and the Sam, there was Sam everywhere, and FTX was considered to be the strongest coin competing Binance, BNB, the coin. But now in this report, the lawyers and everyone has now stopped supporting Sam Bankman-Fried, how he has caused people to lose money. The top 50 investors of FTX has only the top 50 has lost $3 billion. So this is a really really dark side of the crypto and how they mishandled fortunes and divided their companies into the silos but were unable to do so. So this is for today's video, and this is a quick summary of the first day affidavit, which is called the summary of the bankruptcy report. We're gonna study more into the bankruptcy report and give some more facts and how they mishandled the company. So stay tuned and be subscribed to Coinmonks.